Welcome to the Spiritual Deep Dive in 5 podcast. So glad you could join us to spend some time reflecting on God and his love for each of us today. Make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell. That way you'll never miss out on any of our content. The Spiritual Deep Dive podcast is posted Monday through Friday by Christ Church of Flagstaff here in Flagstaff, Arizona. And you can find more information about our church online at ccof.church. Thank you so much for watching, and we are so excited to see what God is going to do in your life because you are committed to spending time with him. Thanks for jumping back in. Romans 12 is where we've been the last few days. And again, here in our deep dive in 5, you're awesome. Like I already said in the intro, like, share this. It's amazing stuff, if I do say so myself. Romans 12, verse 9, love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. And Paul keeps going, and we're going to spend the next few days going through more of these. There's all kinds of just quick hits here. And here's how we're going to summarize it. And maybe you found yourself in this situation. Remember, our kids were young and they'd be at the playground or they'd be with their friends and in our backyard, and you'd find them in the sandbox. And you ever watch kids in the sandbox? You always got to go over there and separate them. And you just got to say, hey, play well in the sandbox. Kids, get along, share, be nice. See, nowhere else in Paul's writing do we find such a more concise collection of ethical injunctions. Robert Mounce, who's a respected theologian and commentator, he says it this way. Let me read what he says. This is cool stuff. In these 5 verses, which are the ones we read and the ones we're going to look at the next couple of days, there are 13 exhortations ranging from love of Christians to hospitality for strangers, for loving other Christians to helping people who are complete strangers. He says there are no finite verbs in the paragraphs. There are, however, 10 participles that serve as imperatives. Some of you English professors here at NAU are loving this, right? As Mounce says, he continues, in the 3 other clauses, verse 9, 10, 11, an imperative must be supplied. Each of the 13 exhortations could serve as a text for a full-length sermon. Now let's do that. Sign me up for some sermons, right? What they deal with are basic to effective Christian living. How do you follow Jesus every day? You could just read 6 verses in Romans 12 and all of our interaction with other people. The basics of how to follow Jesus, how to help other people follow Jesus, which, hey, right, that's the purpose of our church, our mission. Help one another follow Jesus. It's all right here. How do you and I live each day? And how you follow Jesus are connected. They're not disconnected. That all goes back to verse 1 of chapter 12, where our daily life is our living sacrifice of worship. How you treat people, how you love them, how you show hospitality, they're all connected to how you follow Jesus. And how you follow Jesus is completely connected to how you treat other people, believers and non-believers alike. Friends, if Paul were here in our world today, if he was in all the things we have in this digital information age, I think he would look at us and say, why can't we all just get along? Why can't we play well in the sandbox together, kids? There's a path to that. And the keys are just here. They're directives, they're imperatives, they're things that if we did them, we would be transformed. And I think you and I could see the world transformed around us. So how about today? Whatever sandbox you play in, with what other kids of God's that are around you, whether they know they're kids of God's or not, you and his children play well together.